What is going on? Savage here. Today we're going to be returning to an older series of analyzing and breaking down viewer submitted gameplay. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the wolf pack today, also leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes, and as always, make sure you join our Discord community if you're looking for other teammates to play with. Our Discord community has over 5,000 members of people utilizing the looking for group pages. That way you guys can find teammates that might be a little bit better than the randoms you play with, or even better than some of the friends you play with. And again, the whole purpose of the series is to put you guys in the shoes of other players. As players, it's hard for us to analyze and break down our own gameplay in the heat of the moment. So this series has been intended for you guys to sit back, relax, watch. That way you guys aren't stressed, you're not in the middle of the fight, and you can kind of start thinking about the gameplay and learning from others' mistakes. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, but here we are dropping Boneyard. Now I love Boneyard, and based on the plane's route, this is a great spot to go. And the reason why I say that is the plane's landing path is pretty good bit away from Boneyard, but Boneyard's pretty hot, so there's always going to be teams here. If you guys are looking for a hot drop and the plane's flying right over Boneyard, by all means land there. There will be plenty of teams to kill. But if you guys want a little bit safer of a drop but still have a good amount of teams, Boneyard's always a guaranteed spot to go no matter what the plane distance is, because, well, there's usually a shit ton of objectives here, a bunch of awesome rotation spots. You can rotate the promenade, you can rotate to storage town, and then to airport, then to superstore. You can do whatever you want. Boneyard is in a perfect spot to kind of give you a beautiful rotation. All right, but here we are. We've landed at Boneyard, and of course, getting weapons quickly. I love to see that. Again, guys, the initial objective of this is to just grab a gun you may be able to get a kill with. I don't like when I spectate people and they sit there and they're staring at the weapons too long and they're trying to decide whether they want the gun or not. Again, you're not going to be utilizing these guns that long. So if you think you can get a kill with it, just keep that gun and keep moving on. Find money, get objectives, get kills, and so on. Don't spend too much time looting.
Someone drop me a pistol.
Whoa.
And again, this is a very hot spot no matter what the plane's route is, so you're gonna have another team here. I don't think I've ever come to Boneyard and not run into an enemy team. But if you look at the mini map, we have, holy shit, we have 5 most wanted bounties. That's a giant rip. And we do have a bounty as well. And then further up to the north, on the northern side of Boneyard, I'm sure there's another cluster of bounties or objectives as well. And it's actually another most wanted bounty. Holy shit, Activision! Why are there 6 most wanted bounties in the same area? Activision, can you riddle me that? That makes no damn sense. You know, Activision, bro, sometimes I question the shit that they do. But we did pick up the bounty, and of course we're gonna go for it. You don't want to waste any time, guys, especially when they're caught out like this. So you got a bounty identified, and he's sitting right here, basically in the middle of nothing. There's a couple planes, there's a little warehouse, but there's usually nothing here. So to me, I'm assuming his team is probably spread out as well. I doubt they're sitting here running together. What you want to do is go ahead and capitalize on this enemy's position, because he's going to probably get scared and run away and go back to his teammates. So the last thing you want to do is take your time and play super passive and allow him to get back to his teammates. You want to go ahead and get him while he's picked out kind of in the open. There's a little bit of cover, but he's kind of in the open, instead of allowing him to run back to like these buildings up here to where his teammates are probably at and probably going to be camping. Whenever you have a bounty that's on the ground floor, and I mean out in the open, make sure you always take advantage of that. Do not wait for him to get back to a building, because it's a lot harder to push into a building and kill someone, as you guys know, than is to shoot him in the open. So again, don't waste any time. As you see, Orange is sitting here. Oh, weird. There's the bounty running back to the building instantly. Absolutely weird. But you see, we're trying to go for the kill. We're trying to make it there. Blue and green are a little bit separated from us, but we're still close together. We're trying to come at them from different angles, and I absolutely love to see that. And of course, again, like I was saying, unfortunately, these guys did react as fast as they could, but, you know, players play how they play, and these guys are going to hide up and post up instantly. We see his head peeking on top of the roof.
There's one on top here already.
And we do have the beautiful shotty, so this should be a very easy kill.
Hold up.
All right. Now, because the enemy's shooting at your teammate, and that's another reason why I like to see you guys separated, but not too far separated. So basically, if y'all were to push in the building together, which wouldn't be a bad strategy, he'd be sitting on the edge of the door waiting for you guys to come up the stairs, and it'll make it a lot harder of a push. But because y'all are a little bit separated out, the enemy never saw us. He's super tunnel visioned on blue, and he's taking shots at blue. So lo and behold, we're gonna whip out of this bitch and absolutely annihilate this poor bastard. Oh, weird. That's just mean. That's just mean. But that wasn't even the bounty. So now the bounty is separated in a whole different building. And we're maintaining our elevation. I love to see that. So a lot of people in this situation would just jump down and push into the same building, which again isn't a bad strategy. If you guys want to bull rush a building with some campers, that's fine. But again, no matter how good you are at the game, especially with the shotgun meta being as strong as it is, if you guys bull rush, you run the chance of getting wiped. So I love the fact that our dude is sitting back with a sniper, holding the rooftop in case they see the guy on the roof. He can take some shots and allow our teammate to push up the staircase while he's distracted and or plating from the damage we're about to do to him. And that way essentially kind of pinch the enemy. And if you look at the mini map right here, blue has an angle on from warehouse. We have an angle on the enemy from the rooftop. And of course, green is pushing in from the bottom. Now, I will say there is risk versus reward with every strategy you do. This isn't a foolproof strategy. You have to look at the totality of the situation and kind of play risk versus reward. It's a gamble no matter how good you are at the game. Green does run a risk of getting killed if the enemy does have a shotgun. So again, I love the strategy, I love the gameplay, but remember, whenever you push into a building, no matter what your skill level is, there's a huge risk you may get blown away by a shotty.
Yep. Missed my shot. I'm garbage. Oh!
That dude just instant, wow.
Yeah, that one just building. There's one down far.
Now, green got a knock, and there's a second enemy sitting in the same building. Now, that's to be expected. Also, pay attention, there's a red dot sitting on the north side on the hill. It may be a decoy grenade. We're not sure. It doesn't sound like it, but just wait and see. But you always want to make a mental note that there may be another team pushing you as well. And blue is also out on his own. So in this position here, you got to really listen to the call outs.
Yeah, I'm glitching, bro.
Are they bottom?
He has no shields. He's on top.
All right, there we go. Communication. I would have liked to have heard communication sooner. Like the moment your teammate went down, he should have been calling out exactly where he was at, or you should have asked him exactly where he's at right off the bat. That way you didn't just jump off the roof into your own death. But the call outs did come, better later than never. And of course the guy is on the rooftop and we're going to absolutely ruin his life and then go for the res. Now I'm guessing it was a decoy grenade. Blue did go to the hill to check for the enemy. There was nothing there, so it ended up being a decoy. So good on blue for staying focused on the fight and still scanning to see what the hell was going on that hill to the north. And also good on green and blue for communicating with each other. All right, we do have enough money for a loadout. There's a lot going on right now, and this is the moment where you guys need to start thinking and focusing on your priorities, right? Now, if you look at the mini map, his teammate dropped money by the buy station and pinged it, right? We have 9 grand. There's a stack sitting by the buy station, and you're being pushed by a team. We do have the high ground, or we will have the high ground, so we'll have a great advantage to get some shots on the enemy. That's completely up to you. If you feel great with the weapons you have right now, I, for one, having that sniper rifle, would definitely try to pick off the second guy and the third guy. I really wouldn't worry about the first one because by the time we get up the staircase and go to the other side of the building, this guy will probably be too close to us and or be inside of a building, leaving these guys still vulnerable. However, on the flip side of that, again, your teammate did drop money. So another option is to go ahead, jump off the roof, grab the money, get the buy really quickly, and pray that these guys don't flank you. Now, while you're getting the buy, and I'm assuming we're going to be getting it because we have the most money, your teammates should be holding the high ground and making sure these guys cannot kill you. If you guys all just cluster around the buy station, these guys will flank you, surround you, and absolutely ruin your day. So there's a couple things that can go on right here. Again, if you feel confident in your sniper shots, go ahead and get to the other side of the roof, peek it, and take your shots. It actually worked out because they threw a cluster strike on the rooftop anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Go ahead and buy the let out drop and drop it quickly. I love the fact that instead of dropping it where he was at, he ran back a little bit, threw it in a safe area behind a fence.
Yep.
That way he could pick up his loadout safely. All right, so we do have a down. We could go up and capitalize on that down and make it an even 2v2 fight, but we have a sniper and a shotgun. So our mid-range combat is basically 0. So I like the fact that he, again, threw an audible instead of pushing the down and putting himself in a bad position just because he wanted to kill. He ran back and got a loadout that he felt comfortable with. And now he's going to push the enemy up. Also, great call outs. We got one guy on the rooftop. We have one guy going up the staircase, possibly. No, he's on the bottom floor. He's on the bottom floor according to UAV. Oh, that's a down guy. That's a down guy. Now, that's a little questionable. I'm very surprised the enemy's teammate didn't go for the res. I'm going to be honest. In that position, the enemy team should have done something. Instead, you have the down guy on the bottom floor, and then his other teammate just kind of ran off and got shot in the back by blue. So that was bad team play right there. They played very aggressive, pushing us, but the moment that they lost one of their teammates, they just stopped. They stopped playing aggressive. They got scared and they ran away. However, when our team lost a guy, oh, that lit the fire on their ass. They went ahead, got their shit and pushed them. And I love to see that. So good shit on the squad. Remember, guys, even though a fight is unbalanced, even though it could be a 3v2 or a 4v2 or whatever the case is, doesn't mean you're in a bad spot. It's not like you need to bail out from every fight you're outnumbered in. We had a lot of buildings. We had a little bit of separation. We could have easily pinched the target, and we essentially did. So great play on the squad.
Nice.
Now, we do need to get our teammate back. We only need $900. Actually, my math is way off. We need $600 to get him back. And there she blows. Look at that. Look at that. Go ahead and get your money from your teammate. Beautiful. Boom. Now, most of this shit is self-explanatory, but again, it's the quickness and the speed of this that really separates good players from bad players or even average players. Now, we have another squad being super aggressive. We got our teammate coming back in. These guys are bunny hopping around like it's Fortnite. And our guys also want you guys to notice that they have the bounty on us, right? We are on bounty and we're not bailing from the fight. And this is a lot of problems that players have, is the moment they get a bounty on them, they're like, holy shit, I'm gonna die. And they either get in a vehicle and run away, or they sit in a corner and hide. This squad, oh no. Oh, no, 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 not this squad. They play aggressive. They say, you have the bounty, good shit. I can't wait to kill you when you come and push me. And here we are, of course, pushing up the staircase, trying to be aggressive and get a kill. And I want you guys to listen to the call outs. He jumped off the roof, yeah. There he is. But I want you guys to listen to the call outs. Blue sitting there shooting him. He identifies that he broke the armor. That instantly gave us the okay to go up there and push. Because even if he would have been waiting at the doorway for us, him with his armor broken, we would have won the fight regardless. So it was a great time to push right there. And we're all ass every now and then, brother. Yeah, I've done that a few times too, man.
He's deep over here.
I love the fact that he's chasing the enemy and pinging where he's at, giving his team instant call outs. Facts, man. Absolute facts. And that's how you should play. There's no reason to get scared and play passive because someone has a bounty on you. It's not like they always give your bounties to better players. Most of the time it's worse players. And you get killed a lot having a bounty on you because you change the way you play out of fear. You guys, if they didn't have the bounty system in here and this teamers randomly pushed you, you'd probably win more often than you do when you have a bounty on you. I'm telling you, it's more psychological than it is anything. Just keep maintaining your normal gameplay and you'll shit on teams 9 times out of 10, because even though SBMM is a bitch, it does put us in lobbies of players of kind of equal skill sometimes. So again, here we are. We have a level 3 bounty and we're maintaining a little bit of separation. Now, Green's a little bit out there. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish Green was a little bit more with us, because Blue has the bounty on him and he's in a level 3 threat. So the guy's clearly here, but Green is coming back now. And I want you guys to look at the minimap again. We're staying close together, but we're not up each other's asses. And this is exactly what I always preach. You guys want to flank the enemy. You guys want to pinch the enemy. Now, we're not sure where he is, but again, if we go down, Blue and Green are close enough to hopefully kill the enemy and or get the res off.
I'm gonna push, yeah. Push together.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up top here real quick.
And again, with the shotgun meta being so strong right now, you could push buildings if you want to. You could bull rush it, and it's definitely not a bad idea.
I'm watching top.
Oh!
Close the door right when we went in there. Right when we went in there. Or you could outweight the enemy. I, for one, am not patient enough to outweight the enemy. So I love the fact they went ahead and bum rushed it, especially since they had concussions. Now the enemy there closing the door right when we walked up. That was just very, very unfortunate timing.
Fucking idiots, dude. They came in hot too. Like, they fucking own the play.
All right, so we got the fight won, and another fight came to us. We got that one won, and here we are instantly picking up the bounty, getting our ghost class, and moving out to the next fight. So I love to see it. When it comes to battle royales, a lot of it is strategy, a lot of it's practice, but I swear to you guys, most of it's, and I hate to say it, is common sense. Honestly, don't waste too much time doing bullshit. Just keep your momentum going, keep your aggression going, and you guys will have more fun, and you guys will get more kills, and you guys will improve. All right, Blue shooting at the compound across the open field to the east. And here we are trying to get this guy climbing the ladder. Great shots. I love the live pings too, man. If you live ping enemies and you have a sniper in your team, you literally are your sniper's favorite person. I swear to God. I'm the sniper on the team, and when my teammates don't ping, it irritates me because again, with the zoom of the scope, I'd rather be able to see a ping than kind of just follow tracers. It's a lot easier if you guys ping the target. Great armor break again. Now, we could push across there and fight them. We have 2.5 minutes roughly before the circle closes in, so we have plenty of time to push across an open field and get the fight won. However, I do like the fact that they're diverting from the fight, going to the next circle, and hopefully grabbing one of these bounties that they marked, because you guys go ahead and piss off the squad like we have, and then y'all push across the open field, there's a huge probability that they're gonna be camping in the building. They're gonna be shooting from the rooftop, from the window, or from around the walls, and they're gonna be coming at you from different angles, and it's gonna be very easy for that squad to take you out. So I love the fact that instead of pushing that fight just because they shot at them, they bailed back. They said, let's go for a better play, and this is the better play.
Yeah, both shoot on one.
Just because you didn't kill him now doesn't mean you're not going to kill him later on in the game. We do have a big Bertha driving to us as well. Maybe that squad, may not. All right, so now we're in a position. We got a lot of people here. We have a lot of people. 45 enemies remain on the map in this big ass circle, and most of them are here. Shit. We have 2 vehicles driving to our left. Just carpool, guys. Stop wasting gas. And then we have a squad in front of us, clearly marked, and we have 2 other squads to our right hand side to the east. And I know there's 2 other because there's 3 pings right here stacked up on top of each other and 2 more pings. So there's a lot of enemies here, and we're a little bit separated right now, which I'm not a huge fan of. I definitely would like Orange's play better. He's gonna utilize the zip line to get the high ground and shoot down on the enemies. That's awesome. But Blue is putting himself, holy shit, there's more people there now. But Blue's putting himself in a little bit of an awkward position because there are enemies close to him as well. So theoretically, we could be engaged in a fight with this team and or teams. Meanwhile, Blue and Green are all fighting something else. You always want to make sure you guys are focus firing the same enemy. That way you try to keep it a balanced fight instead of putting yourself into a 1v5 or a 2v5, whatever the situation is. We do grab the rooftop. There's vehicles driving off in the distance, but I like the fact that he's remaining focused on the fight at hand instead of taking pop shots at the vehicle driving away. Now, if he wasn't in a fight with the guys below him, shooting at that vehicle, by all means, it's so easy to shoot people out of vehicles in this game. It breaks my heart to see people just bail away from fighting the vehicles, but he went ahead and had perfect target prioritization, chose the right target, got the down, and now we're on to the next fight.
Yeah, or die. Cool.
But this team is very competent. They know what they're doing. Even though they did separate a little bit and we did engage 2 different teams, they were able to fight together, win the fight, and then we were able to essentially 1v3 this team just because we were on the rooftop. We had a better position. Advanced UAV in the air, and this is where the magic happens. And we got a lot of people. We have a lot of people to the east-hand side of the map on the edge of the circle. So this is a position right here where you need to decide how do you want to play the game. Now, if you want to play a little bit passive, a little bit more safe, you want to move across the airfield while you're safe and go ahead and get in one of these compounds. That way you can gatekeep people coming in. But if you want to play aggressive and get all of these kills and increase your kill count, by all means, push the hell out of them. Again, the beauty behind Battle Royales is a huge different variety of game styles and gameplay types and different strategies that you guys can utilize to get the win regardless of how many kills you have. And I love the fact that this team is being extremely aggressive right now, and it looks like we're going to be third party in these 2 teams fighting.
Yeah, you see it too, but the only thing is that, like,
it's so funny, like seeing these teams stacked up on top of each other and not fighting each other. It's kind of crazy. No gunshots are going off, no nothing. Oh, here we go. We got some gunshots now.
Subway. Oh, I did not buy another UAV, man. I'm done.
We got a guy on the rooftop as well to our east, right there on the green roof next to the red roof. And again, simple awareness is key in this. If he would have had a sniper and he would have seen us, we would have been extremely vulnerable to a headshot. But we ended up blazing him down instead. I love it. I love it, dude. So that was actually the guy on the rooftop. He bailed off the rooftop,
Oh my God,
I guess, to go for res. I'm not sure what his plan was, but he left the high ground to bail off and essentially meet his maker. So good play. Good play. All right, but now is the time where we need to get better position. We have got to go and focus on position because this is a very bad spot to be in, especially if enemy teams are sitting on the other side of the airfield waiting to gatekeep us. But we have a UAV. We have a shit ton of money. We all have self-reses. We're kitted out of our minds. We're ready to fight. And Green's already moved across and got into a good position to where you can kind of analyze what's around us. I'm never a fan of going to air tower basically ever. However, it is a good place to just go for a quick second and kind of look around and kind of come up with a game plan of where you want to rotate to, because this is going to be a very interesting circle. Good down, man. Love that shit. Love it. Absolutely. Shit on that man's face.
Oh, they did. Yeah, I see him.
Even though we got the down, though, I'd still be backing up a little bit to get better cover because
He was hopping.
there could be a lot of people out here zooming in on us, and we're vulnerable just standing out there. But I love the fact that while we were in the open, the dude started shooting at us, and we didn't hesitate. We didn't overreact. We instantly looked at the target, ADS, and got the headshot. Beautiful.
Never mind.
Now, this is essentially the plan I was telling you guys that you could do if you didn't want to push the target. You can get to a better position and wait for them to come out to you. And that's essentially what's going to happen. This squad that we're looking for right now, they overstayed their welcome. They waited way too long, and now they're allowing the circle to force them into the next zone. So what's going to happen? They're probably going to get shit on. Now, there are options that these guys could do. There's a couple underground things that they can go to, but this guy's position right now is so bad, there ain't no way he's going to make it, period. Even if he has self-res, this dude is going to get up for sure. But it wasn't a team wipe, so there's another enemy somewhere around this area. I'd definitely be scanning over to the east, see if I can spot him. I know I don't like the hopping either, brother.
Hey, bye.
I'm gonna get a UAV.
Yeah, pop it. What the
Oh,
fuck?
right next to you. Oh, bro, me, bro. What the hell?
That dude just completely snuck in past us. Look at the bunny hop, bro. Guys, bunny hopping while shooting an enemy is fine. It is fine. You know, you want to be hop around the corner, that's good. But sitting here just doing this for no reason, I mean, you see what happened. The dude had a sniper. We had a CoD 98. We waited patiently for him to land. We waited for our crosshair to line up with his face. Then we pulled the trigger. B-hopping around corners is awesome. B-hopping close range in combat is awesome. But just B-hopping for no reason at all, that hang time is just going to get your ass killed. So stop. All right, let's look at the map. Let's look at the circle. Let's try to analyze what's going to happen. This is a big circle again for only 20 people being on the map right now. Is that 20? But I do like the fact that we're rotating to the west. And the reason why I like that is, one, we've already pinged an enemy over here. Duh, that's a given. But after we fight and kill this enemy, hopefully we can then rotate up the hill and get the higher ground. Now, the chance of the circle finishing on this high ground is very, very slim. But being on the high ground will allow you to rotate to the dam and then across to the northern side of the map. If I had to guess based on the circle's location, where the circle is going to end at, I'm going to assume it's going to land somewhere north of the dam, maybe even on dam. So again, you still want the high ground in this position. The last place I want to be is in this area right here, because if the circle does end up shifting towards the upper dam or towards this hill right here, you'll then have to come up the zip line, and you're very vulnerable to get shot when you mantle the zip line. All right, so this team's camping inside the building too, and I'm not a fan of this either. When it comes to the enemy team camping in this building, it's pretty stupid because they should be rotating up the hill to get a better position. Sitting in a building, even if this team does win the fight, sitting in a building is not going to do anything for them at all. We've already got one down. I'm not sure where his teammate is. I guess it was a duo. That's literally what I was about to say. I'm not sure where his third person is, but I guess he was dead. He should have instantly diverted from the fight, went downstairs, and tried getting his teammate up. Granted, I always am a fan of holding the rooftops. That way, if an enemy team does push up, you can blaze them down in the open. But if you're in a 1v3 situation, you need to go ahead and utilize your brain to get your teammate back up and try to balance the fight a little bit better than what it was. All right, so I was wrong. The circle actually did rotate towards the hill and dam. It actually came south. I was wrong. I'm not always right. However, still, the hill is the better option. No matter where the circle rotates in this position, the hill is always going to be the better option in this certain scenario. If we get the high ground, we can shoot everybody that's down here, and we can take out anybody that's over here, because I think my prime spot, according to what the circle is right now, would be to hold around the fire station area because it's center map. You don't want to go ahead and push there too early, but you want to play the hill and catch people trying to make their way to the fire station. Enemies, most players at endgame, when they see the circle, their instinct is to run to the center. That way, no matter where the next circle goes to, they're probably going to be safe. However, that's a horrible strategy, because if you're center of the circle, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get shot at by every team that's trying to get there and or looking at that area. So what I like to do when it comes to end game is play the outskirts and try to guess where the next circle is going to be and make my plays off of that. So again, I would play the outskirt of the hill, the edge of the map. That way I can pick anybody that's down here, anybody that's on top of fire station roof or on the tower or crossing the dam. It's just a great spot to be. However, we do have a teammate. Oh, actually, I was going to say we do have a teammate that's down below, but blue and green are both rotating up to us now to get the higher position. So great play, great communication, and great way to divert your attention to what your team's doing.
Very slow. How about you, AP? You're going for the buy?
Yeah. Now, there is a way to jump up this hill utilizing this little ramp right here, and we might be able to see him to do it right now. We'll see. So right here, if you jump on this and you run across, you can then bunny hop to this, and then you can jump up and get on the hill. It is very difficult, It really is. It took me a long time to get that mastered. My teammates used to jump up it all the time, and I struggle with it a lot. I have it down pat now, but it is a way to get up the hill. And I definitely recommend getting up this hill at all costs.
Oh, I'm good. Let's go. Yeah, I'm good too.
I mean, or you could just do that too, but still, jumping from the cement to the rocks is a bitch.
Well, someone's watching me. I feel popular now.
Yo, I feel the pain, bro. I've literally raged. I've raged so hard over this jump. Now, this is the jump right here that's tricky. Jumping to the rocks from this is a bitch. You think that was hard?
You hop on top of this.
It's a pain in the ass, dude. He did it first try. Let's go, baby. I love it. Like I said, it takes practice. It takes a little time. You got to kind of know what rock to jump on and how to do it. But once you guys develop the habit, once you guys develop this, it's a great technique because you'll find yourself in this position a lot, believe it or not. I swear to you. I've done this at least 100 times, at least. Yo, good on your boy jumping down here to show them the way. I will tell you though, I do think it's easier to jump from the other barricades. Oh yeah. I do think it's easier to jump from these barricades because you can just vault up top right there, run, and then just jump sideways instead of turning your whole body and just having to whip it right. But that's neither here nor there.
Aim for the lower portion.
Oh, okay, I got it. I just need that.
I like that having fun with it though, man.
We're gonna die.
Let me go.
Okay. Wait, let your jump reset.
All right, so we made it up. However, Green did not. Green had to go through the bottom, which, you know, is dangerous as hell. But if you can't make it up top, you got to do what you got to do. Not to mention, it's a 3v9. So the chance of someone sitting there in the tunnel watching that way is very, very slim because it's a big ass circle and we have 4 enemies marked to the northeast and the east. So you're probably pretty safe to go up the tunnel. But again, that jumps a little bit pain in the ass. Trust me, I've raged on it many times. But again, with practice and just doing it a few times, you guys can master it no problem. And again, like I said, getting this position is crucial because you can watch the dam. Look at these guys. Oh, he moved to the side right at the last second. But you can get to the dam and gatekeep all these guys holding it. You can gatekeep firehouse. You can shoot the people in the tower. And you can still shoot the people to the 105 or to the south. Or to the southeast.
Yeah. Because then if that was the case, we'll be fucked.
So again, firehouse in this position is exactly where I want to be at. They didn't rotate too early. They waited for it to be on the edge of the map and then they rotated to it. So I love that.
I see.
Stay high ground, we win.
Yep.
Exactly. So what's going to happen to the teams that are fighting on dam? They're going to bail out. They're going to jump off. They're going to go to lower ground. So when that happens, we will be the only team on the high ground. And when that happens, guess what? The game is essentially ours. However, this could turn into one of those positions I was talking about earlier where the high ground is not really the favored spot. And we'll get to that in a second. Let's see how the circle dictates.
They're gonna go low. They're not gonna push the bridge. We're watching it.
That's fine. I'm watching.
If you're the team that's stuck in the dam in this position, instead of sitting here waiting, you need to be going down the zip line and getting out of here and trying to figure out a different play. At this point, fighting us and maintaining high ground is a lost cause. Go ahead and bail out and start your next rotation. Yes, you want the high ground for sure, but you don't want to kill yourself trying to get it. There's no way in hell this team's going to be able to fight us and win. So they're going to have to bail off and end up going away, which looks like exactly what they did.
We're watching stairs.
Never mind.
Okay.
I like the fact that he's still looking at it, even though gas pushed in, he's still looking at it because gas masks are a thing. And a lot of players, especially in higher tier lobbies, will utilize the gas mask. They'll wait for the last second and then they'll push out and shoot us in the back, essentially. So now look at this position we're in. It's beautiful. We're on the high ground. We have eyes on everything. We have eyes on everything. We have eyes on the rooftop because guess what? Enemies love rooftops, so they'll probably go up there, give us some free kills. We have the entire forest to the south looked at. And actually, I think every enemy's on UAV right now. So this should be a relatively easy win. No, there's 3 enemies missing, actually. So right now it's just a waiting game. Just play smart. Don't allow the enemies to pick you. Just kind of play it. Keep your eyes looking. Keep your eyes scanning for sure. I'd still be looking somewhere in the woods like you are right now. Perfect, because you don't know where the last team is. Now, there are 4 teams. There are 12 players left. Again, you're going to have to do a little math to kind of dictate where you think enemies are at. We have 1 team that's us on the hill. We have 1 team in the building. We have 1 team by the buy station. So there's 1 team missing. Well, because these guys aren't shooting at anybody, I'm going to assume the last team is somewhere in this area. So again, you want to keep your eyes scanning, even though there's no blips on the UAV. Now, this is one of those positions that I was talking about where the high ground is not the favored position. It's very rare, but when it happens, it usually happens in this area. Because right now what's going to happen is we have to get off the mountain, and Green's already bailed for it, which sucks. I would not have bailed over those two teams. I would have at least gone where we're going right now, try to play the edge of the circle and bounce down the ledges, instead of just full yellowing with my parachute out, because he's probably going to die. And again, this is exactly what I mean by sometimes the high ground does not favor you. If the circle would have rotated anywhere else, it would have been a prime spot, but the luck of the end circle screwed us, and we have to play it out. It is what it is.
Dead.
Unfortunately, green did go down, and like I said, this is just a very bad spot to be in, just based on circle rotation by itself. You can't ever predict where the last circle is going to be at, unfortunately, unless you have the flag objectives or the recons. Beautiful hit, dude. He's mad as hell, dude. Mad as hell. The dude utilizing the head glitch beautifully to his advantage, but thankfully we have the self-res.
Pretty impressive, I have to say.
We still aren't in a terrible spot, and our teammates got a really good area. Now we have a lot of fences that we could utilize to play, which we're going to need to do. Two enemy teams are still up, and unfortunately we are now at a disadvantage, especially right now that blue just went down, because we're gonna have to end up soloing this.
Yeah, self. Fuck, we gotta go high again.
Oh shit. And again, last circle rotation can literally screw you. No matter how good your positioning is, no matter how good your tactics are, no matter how good of a shot you are, you can lose some really good games just because of the end circle. And unfortunately for this team, that's exactly what it looks like is going to happen. What ended up being the worst position in the game has now turned into the best position in the game, and the team that's on that rooftop has the best position. And now we're going to have to somehow play this wall, play this gas, and get safe without getting shot in the face. Oh, you can't jump over the wall. Wow, this game though. All right, so what you want to do this position is play close to the building. Blue's out here by the buy station. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I get he jumped over the wall. It just happened to be where he's at. Again, you want to try to play close to the building and or inside the building, because being out here, these guys will be able to shoot you in the face from the rooftops, not to mention there's that other team over there also.
He's on me.
This is a very clustered ending, and there's a lot of positions that people can be holding, and people can be peeking, and people can be camping, and now we got to go right back where we just came from.
Oh, he's a top. Wait, hold on. Don't. Oh.
This is one of those moments you want to slow your gameplay down. This is one of those moments, and I'm glad he said, hold up, stop. Because you don't want to piss off the enemies. You want them to forget about you. What I mean by that is the guys on the rooftop, they're safe, right? They got the best spot, because even when the circle rotates right here, guess what? They still have the rooftop. They'll have a beautiful angle on us no matter where we go. And there's another team in play. We don't know where that team's at. So what you really want to happen, because you're in a very terrible position, you want to kind of play passive, right? You want to slow it down. Let the other team start pissing those guys off. Then when they're distracted, then you can move up the staircase and push them, and or move to a better position and wait for them to jump off the roof.
There's still two squads.
So in this position, I would slow down my gameplay, play a little bit passive, kind of follow the edge of the circle, utilizing the wall as cover.
He's not.
Yeah, he is. They are. GG.
Unfortunately, blue goes down. Now, I'm not sure where the second team is or the other team is, because they're not shooting at all. They're kind of doing exactly what I said we should be doing. Just playing passive, waiting for gunfights to happen. That way they can make a move out of a bad position.
Duo and solo.
I want you guys to notice this too. It's unfortunate he lost the fight, but I want you guys to notice what he did. And this is, I love to see it. He lost the fight, but I love to see the aggression. I love to see the way you tried to utilize the building's layout to your advantage. And this is what we always talk about, but I never really get to show it that much, is utilizing the building's layout to your advantage. So he gets the down right here. He throws the nade to try to get the execute and hopefully maybe get the guy going for the res. When he doesn't get the stick and the enemy starts shooting at him in this doorway, instead of re-challenging him in the doorway the enemy's probably already holding, he jumps off, try to go in from a different route. Unfortunately, the enemy did play it pretty well. He came out really aggressive and pushed, ended up getting the high ground, and we ended up dying because of it. But still, in my opinion, it was still a great play. Instead of sitting there in the doorway holding out your gun just waiting for him, you try to outplay the situation. So I'm not gonna hold you to that at all. I absolutely love to see that. But Jaw Boy, thank you for submitting the gameplay, brother. I love to see it, dude. Y'all's teamwork was great. Y'all's comms, y'all's vibe, everything was good. Everything was very in sync. Everything was copacetic. Absolutely love breaking down this gameplay. But I really hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join the Wolf Pack today. Also leave a like on video. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. And as always, y'all have a good one. And until next time, good luck in Warzone. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you check out one of these two videos. And as always, subscribe by clicking that button You have a good one. Until next time, keep on improving.